Okay, children, let us study the various laws given by Mendel. He gave 3 laws: the law of dominance, law of segregation, and law of independent assortment. So we'll first study the law of dominance. Now Mendel took pea plant, and he always took a pure pea plant. He always took pure pea plant. Pure pea plant means, or pure plant means, basically the one which are homozygous. Homozygous means having the similar type of allele. Suppose capital T and capital T, since both the alleles which are present here in an individual are similar, so it is homozygous, and since the characteristic is dominant, so we call it as homozygous dominant plant. Similarly, if we take small t, then it is also homozygous, but it is recessive homozygous. So he always took pure pea plant, and that is one of the reason for his success. Secondly, the pea plant always showed self-pollination. So there was no adulteration of any other pollen grain from any other pea plant. So what result we were getting was result of the self-pollination. Another reason is that the lifespan of the pea plant was very small, so a large number of generation can be studied. So more the data, more would be the more accurate the result would be. And third reason is that they have got a contrasting characteristics. And contrasting characteristics means the characteristics which can be easily identified. There's no confusion. For example, either the flower was red in color or it was white in color. There was no intermediate color, like there was no pink color or dark pink color or purple color or magenta colors. Such colors did not exist. So the contrasting characteristics were very clear. Either the plant was tall or the plant was dwarf. So there was no intermediate form which was present in between. So that makes the things much easier, and as a result of self-pollination, short lifespan, contrasting characteristic, it made the study much easier, and the various laws can be brought up by Mendel on the basis of this. So there are 7 basic characteristics which Mendel chose, and let us start with the first law, the law of dominance. Here you can see that there is red color flower crossed with the white color flower. So when this red flower plant is crossed with this white flower plant, then and we can see the genotype here. Here it is capital R, here it is small r. When the gametes are formed, it is going to produce 2 gametes. One is capital R, another is also capital R. Since both of them are same, so we generally consider and select one. Here also 2 gametes will be formed, but we are going, since both are similar, so we can take just one. So when this gamete combines with this, we are going to get this genotype, capital R and small r, and the color of the flower is actually is red. So what we are getting here is a red flower with the genotype capital R and small r. And when this selfing is done, it means capital R small r is crossed with capital R small r, we are going to get the gametes in the form of capital R and small r. Here also capital R and small r. And when they join together, you can see these are the 4 different types of progeny which can be produced. And out of these 4 different type of progeny, 3 of them has got red color and 1 has got white color. And this red color is because of the presence of 2 dominating gene. This red color is because of the presence of 1 dominating gene. Here also 1 dominating gene. Here no dominating gene is present, so the color is white. So what does this particular law depicts? It shows that when a cross is made, monohybrid cross is made between 2 characteristics, between 2 individuals having difference in 1 characteristic, then the genotype which we get here in the first, or the character which are shown in the F1 generation are the dominating one, and the character which do not appear in F1 generation, but it reappears in the F2 generation, is called as the recessive character. So if we have to speak about the Mendel's law, first law, that is the law of dominance, we can say that according to the law of dominance, when a monohybrid cross is made between 2 individuals, then the character which appears in the F1 generation is the dominating one, and the character which do not appear in the F1 generation but it reappears in the F2 generation that is this one, is called as recessive. And if both the genes of that particular character is present in an individual, then the one which is dominating will express itself and does not allow the other to express itself. That's the first law of Mendel, law of dominance. Okay, now let us talk about the second law of Mendel, and that is the law of segregation. Segregation actually means the separation. So what happens, why the segregation word is used? Because the alleles of a particular character, they may come together, but ultimately, you know, they get segregated, they get separated. That is the basic idea of law of segregation. Now here you can see that this is a red flower plant and this is a white flower plant represented by RR and small r. We always take a pure plant. When they are crossed, then we get a heterozygous plant, that is capital R and small r. This is heterozygous. We already discussed what is heterozygous and homozygous mean. So this is heterozygous, and this heterozygous plant here is representing the genes of both the characteristics. So we can see here that both the alleles are present. Capital R is also present and small r is also present. But you know, when this particular plant will produce the gamete, then the capital R gene and the small r gene will get separated. So the genes or the alleles of a particular gene may come together in an individual, but they get separated during the formation of the gamete, and that is what the law of segregation speaks about, that they get separated and they combine once again when the gametes are fused together. So according to the law of segregation, whenever there is a monohybrid cross made between two individuals, then the alleles for two different characteristics may come together, but they never get mixed up. And they remain together in an individual, but they never get mixed up, and they get separated during the formation of the gametes. That is how it has happened here. Now if you can also